Hi, I'm Russell from Abodo Wood. Today we're going to talk about scarf jointing. Firstly, why would you scarf joint? Usually you need a scarf joint if you've got a really long run, say up into a gable end, and your boards aren't long enough. With most of the cladding products out there, this can be a bit of an issue, especially with the darker colours. The darker colours over time, as they get exposed, can tend to twist and curl on the corners and the edges. Not with our cladding product. Our exclusive hidden fixing tongue and groove system means that we're interlocked and holding down on the edge. The secret is when the board is fixed through the tongue. The next board interlocks and it holds it down from the edge rather than from a screw through the face. Firstly, we need to carefully plan where we're going to put our joints. Of course, we're going to join on a cavity batten, but also keep in mind you can't have two joints next to each other. Once you've done a join, the next board will reinforce that join. Now that we've measured our batten, we're going to set our drop saw. The correct angle to cut a scarf joint is 35 degrees. Now we're ready to cut. Just keep in mind, the less aggressive cut means the stronger join. Now we've done our cut, it's time to pre-drill the end of the board. Why it's so important to do is because when you're putting a screw near the end, it tends to split out. We also recommend that you put a piece of PVC tape or flashing tape behind that joint on the cavity batten. Now it's time to put our board on. It's always a good idea to dry fit your board to make sure you got it right. The next step is to apply our sealant. We recommend the use of Sikaflex 11FC, but you can use an equivalent if you'd like. There's a couple of different colours in the range. You want to choose a colour that's going to suit your cladding colour the best. Keep in mind some of the cladding colours are designed to lighten off over time and exposure, like the patina, straw, and especially the CO coating system. It's really important to not seal your scarf cuts with oil like you would a normal cut. This is because we want our sealant to adhere to a nice dry surface. If it's got oil on it, it won't stick to it. There are two ways to apply your Sikaflex. One way is to put some masking tape on either side of the cut. This is so that any excess won't find its way into the wood grain on the face of the board. The other way is to just leave it, let it dry and trim it off with a razor blade afterwards. Next step is to apply our Sikaflex. We want to be fairly generous and we want to cover the entire area. Use your finger or a palette knife to spread it around that face. Now we need to put it on the other side of the cut. Got to put them together before they start skinning off and drying. Don't forget to use your shim. Wipe off the excess before it dries. And remove your masking tape. Now your next board will go on over the top to lock it all together. And that's how to do a scarf joint.